Hello, good morning. Thank you so much for being here this morning. I'm Dr. Lynda Cramer. As usual, same bat time, same bat channel. Here I am, 9 a.m. on Sunday mornings. Brisbane time, that is. Okay, we've already got our comments coming through. Thank you so much for those who do that. They're the ones who get the little lovey-dovey cards as well. So just remember, guys, set that notification button, subscribe to my channel, and please like my videos, okay? So my algorithms get me out there so other people too can get their free tarot cards on Sunday mornings, Brisbane time. Okay, so some news first. I went down to the Gold Coast yesterday morning. I did 2 lives down there at Surfers Paradise. If you've watched those, it breaks my heart, guys. First of all, it was an amazing journey where my daughter and I caught the train, which was about 45 minutes. And then we got one of the little Gold Coast trams. These are like little mini trains. They've got their own tracks. They do all their own stuff like a train, but they're just tinier. And you can see the driver. It reminded me very much of the Johnny Cab in Arnold Schwarzenegger's movie Total Recall. Because when you get on, every time it stops, it says, hold on. Hold on. So you're hearing this, hold on, all the time. Oh, it's so cute. I'm going to probably do some more videos because I think I'm going back down again next weekend because it's just so easy now that I know how to get there. But I'll tell you, there was 2 very, very concerning things that I saw. As we're coming into the Gold Coast, every park had tents or people lying on the benches with their trolleys full of their own personal items. It breaks my heart knowing that we now live in a country where this is the normal. So as we come into Cavill Avenue, which is the main stretch of Surfers Paradise where a lot of tourists go, we're walking down and you can just tell the homeless because they've got all their bags. One lady had dogs in a pram. And we walked down to the beach and I'm just in shock with what I just saw. So I did my 2 lives down at Surfers Paradise showing the beach erosion, which was the second most concerning thing I saw there. You know, the Gold Coast is a place where a lot of people do strive to go to as a holiday destination. And not only did I see the amount of homelessness that has now taken over that area, but the beach erosion too. It's almost like the earth is feeling the pain of what's going on with our governments. It was so shocking to note that it was not just the people, but it was also the land that was being affected. And it sort of broke my heart there. So we spent some time walking around collecting shells, doing beach stuff. And then as we're going back up through Cavill Avenue to get back onto the tram, I actually said to myself, you've got to stop and talk to these people. What would an angel do? Just walk past? So I stopped with this group of 4 that I saw. 3 ladies and a man. And the lady had the 2 dogs. And she had them in a pram. And I sat with them, I hugged them, cried with them. And I heard their story. And their stories were the same. They had decent jobs. They had a house. They had a car. They were paying their bills, being normal citizens. And then prices go up, rent goes up, fuel goes up. So the first thing they have to let go of is their car. So now they're struggling to get to work, so it's public transport. Then they're struggling to pay their rent. So they're selling their furniture, selling their grandmother's jewellery, selling anything they can to pay their rent. And then one lady said she had to put her dog down because she couldn't keep her dog living on the street. And then the lady with the 2 dogs, she said that she went to the Salvation Army and they gave her a used pram. And that's the dog's home now. Living on the street, living in a pram. Those 2 dogs looked at me like hope was there. Because the biggest thing that I noticed, and I've just said it to my friend Kim when I was talking to her this morning about it, I said, these people have resigned. They have given up because there's no hope for them now. They've resigned, which means that they've acknowledged this is it. So when I said to one lady, I said, what is your hope? How do you get out of this? She said, I don't think I'm ever going to get out of this. This is it. Because I can't get a job because I haven't got anywhere to put my stuff while I go to a job. And she said, how do I get dressed and go and have a shower and do my hair for a job interview? So please show some compassion for the homeless. It's not that they don't want to go to work. They all want to go to work. They all want what they had, to be able to be respected, loved citizens with some self-worth. What I saw yesterday was people who have been subjected to what the government all around the world's doing now. There's homeless everywhere. So don't judge them and just say, oh, go and get a job. Because guess what? When you go for a job interview, you've usually got to spend time and effort to go there. And you've got to get a phone to have phone calls. And these people are not receiving any welfare because here in Australia, we do have pensions, but most welfare that people get is when they're unemployed. But there's a stipulation with that you've got to go and look for work. And how do these people find a job if their trolley full of everything they own is just left on the side of the street while they're at work? Think about it. Try and see that perspective of what these people go through. So I'm coming home on the train, having a cry, doing this big release of being how grateful and thankful I am for my situation. You know, I've still got my doll. I got that doll when I was like 2 years old, this doll. I got her when I was like 2 years old. My mum gave it to me. My mum made the dress that she's wearing. Imagine if I had to throw that away because I had to have food on me instead of a doll that I've had for my whole life. So when we think about being generous, when we think about being appreciative, try to put it into this perspective of everybody else out there at this point who are the real strugglers. Because once they have to give up their job so then they can survive, that's when they have resigned. And it's like, I now just give in and I've got no hope. And that's what the world desperately needs now, is that hope that things are going to get better. So when you go about your business today, if you see a homeless person on the street, don't just say, oh, stupid idiot, go get a job. They can't get a job. One, their mental health is so far gone because of all the attacks that they've had on them. Rental increases, prices increases, car increases, fuel increases, people saying, oh my God, look at your hair, look at your clothes, look at your teeth. One lady I saw yesterday, she only had about 3 teeth in her whole head. And she was smiling and she was talking to me. And do you think I cared that she didn't have any teeth? Because I don't look at people for who they are. I look at what they've got in their heart. And that's why I'm here for you guys today. And this is why I dedicate myself to being here for free every week, you know, because this is just a little thing that I do to try and rebalance that energy of trying to bring us down at this point. So when you go out on your daily jobs and you go to your shopping centres or wherever you are, try and give that hope to people that things are going to get better. because life's hard. Everybody's having it hard at this point. And believe me, as soon as we do start to put that energy out there, it does multiply. And that's why right now, look how much anger's out there. Because all it took was one angry person. And then the next person gets angry. And the next one gets angry. And then it multiplies all over the planet to where we are now an angry, selfish, deserving, woke planet. So it's time to start recalibrating. Go within yourself and say to yourself, what is it truly I want to be? I want to be the person who cries when I see homelessness. I want to be the one who cries when I see that beach erosion. How much that beach has hurt. And you can't tell me it was not man-made. You can't tell me that. Because it was just such a weird storm that we had. So I don't blame. What I do is I acknowledge what's been done, but I don't think about it to create more of it. But then I sit there and I think, what do I want to create instead? I want to create love. I want to create compassion. I want to create people who are healthy, happy, and most of all, loving to each other. And yesterday I saw that. When I was talking to the lady with the 2 dogs, and I was giving her a big hug because I was hugging all of them, I said to her, out of all these people walking down Cavill Avenue, because there was hundreds of people, I said, I would prefer to spend my time talking to you because you're genuine. I can see your heart. And I said to her, out of 80% of the people walking past, you're better than the 80% walking past. And she looked at me, started crying. And I said, I can see your worth. And the others sitting there heard that too. And one of them said something like, oh my God, people do stop and talk to us occasionally, but you're the one who's really hitting it home today, telling us that we are deserving of being here. Because they are. We're only a figment of the imagination of the puppeteers creating our reality, yeah? So let's switch that back and become the puppeteers of our own reality. Yeah? That's where I'm at. Okay, so on that, I'm going to start doing my tarot. I hope that you've liked that. Please go watch that video yesterday. I showed the beach erosion. Look, I've just washed my hair. It's all got a little crazy. My hair always goes crazy when I wash it. Okay, so please excuse what my hair's looking like because I've just washed it. But it shows you that I've been in the shower. Yesterday being in the salt water was amazing. Now, okay, first of all, before I do the tarot, there is something I do want to tell you about. I do not have a bath. All I have is a shower. And I was watching this video this week, and I wish that you try this too if you do not have a bath. A lady said you can still have a salt bath even when you only have a shower. So I thought, right, this is me because I've got 2 showers in my house because luckily I've got 2 bathrooms here. Each bedroom's got their own bathroom. So I watched this video and the lady says you get an ice cream container, a jug, bottle, anything you've got that holds at least a litre or 2 of water, like half a gallon of water, milk container, yeah? You fill it up clean water and then you pour salt water into it. So when you're in the shower and you've got this salted water mix, she said what you do, you have your shower, clean yourself, and then you turn the water off. So while you're still standing there, you pour this water all over your face, down your neck, smother yourself in this salt water, and then you stand there with the salt water all over you. Allow that salt to absorb into your skin because our skin is our biggest organ, yeah? And our skin absorbs all that salt into us and it creates health. Yesterday, standing in that salt water, where I haven't been to the beach, I'm going to be honest, it's been about a year since I've been to the beach. My God, why haven't I been down there before? So I've told myself I'm going to start doing this salt trip because today I feel so rejuvenated. That's the word, rejuvenated. Because the last few months to me, I've been in this little well and dealing with a lot of stuff. I know a lot of people at the present time that are quite ill, having operations for cancer and other things going on, heart attacks and stuff. So I'm trying my best to be there for other people. But it's time now to switch that energy. And yesterday it was that biggest confirmation of perspective and seeing how grateful and appreciative we have to be. Okay? So it's all about being thankful. So let's start doing our tarot cards because this is me here for you. It is free. So if you guys do want a psychic reading, I've got heaps of spots available this week. I will let you know I've got 2 house guests. One's coming in June for a few days, and then I've got another lady coming in July for a few days. It won't interrupt with my Sundays because they're through the week, but please know it will interrupt with my reading times. So if you do want a reading from me this week, I am free, okay? So if you do want a reading, how do you get a reading from me? Go to my PayPal link. It's in the description below. Make a contribution. I do not charge a set amount, okay? Make a contribution and then email me. My email is in the description with the link of how to get a reading. Email me and say, hey, here's a screenshot of how much I paid so I know which is from you. Tell me where you live because I do Zoom calls all over the planet. We organise a time. I send you a Zoom link and it's done, okay? So I can do readings from tomorrow. I've got times available from tomorrow, okay? Best thing, if you do email me, just say, hey, I live in New Zealand. I'm presently 3 hours ahead of you. I'm free 12 o'clock tomorrow, which is your 3 p.m. Are you free? Send me a Zoom link. How fast? I just reply with the Zoom link attached. So a lot of people do it that way, and I appreciate the ones who do it that way. Otherwise, I say, oh, I'm not busy then, but I'm free at the same time on any other day. So that's how you get a reading from me, guys. I don't charge. All I ask is a contribution. I know how hard it is for everybody at this point, okay? So today is free tarot. I've already got some cards out. So let's go and have a look at what I've got here. So our first one today is Rajput Sisters. Just bear with me. I do have to just blow my nose. Don't know if you saw it, but I was tearing up there where I was talking about those homeless people. So let's get into this. I've already pulled out about 10 cards, so let's see how we go today. Okay, Rajput Sisters. Hey, Linda, good morning. Pull me a card, dear. And then they also say, remember I asked you about war? So it happened. Currently there's ceasefire, but not sure of how long it's going to last. Well, Rajput Sisters and everybody else, war does not mean battlefields, guns and cannons. War is the war now that we have with tenants going up against the government who's putting up house prices to make money. What did I just say? Listen up. Do you think that house prices are going up just because they are? Our interest rates here in Australia dropped last week, but everybody's rent's going up. My friend who I spoke to just this morning got an email yet on Friday saying her rent's going up $50 a week. How is that possible if interest rates are going down? Listen up, because it's how the government is making money. It's crazy. So we are in a war zone. It's not about guns, battalions, cannons and tanks. It's about us against them. So this war is global and it is happening right now. Okay? And it's a spiritual war as well. So please remember, guys, that the more you love everybody, the more appreciative and thankful you are for everything that you've got, the more our world will create that reality for us. Okay? So there you go. Little side note there. So Rajput Sisters, you got the Strength card straight away. This card represents the inner strength. Okay? Inner strength is what we need at this point, guys. It's the Strength card. And your little lovey-dovey card says, love would take out this trash and sweep floors. So how do we take out the trash? Let me just hold that there so you can read it. Love would take out the trash and sweep floors. Well, this is where we say no to what the government's doing. Can you imagine right now if every single person on the planet said, we are not going to work for a week? Sorry, anyone having heart attacks, there's no nurses. So it's going to be hard. Sorry, no one's getting their trash picked up off the street. No bakers are making the bread for the week. Everything is shut down for a week. The governments will fold because we have the power. I'm not telling people what to do here, but imagine if we did something like that. How fast would the government turn around 180 degrees? Well, we better start looking after our people for a change, instead of just being the greedy conglomerates that they are. So this is inner strength, guys, okay? And love would take out the trash and sweep floors. So there you are, Rajput sisters. Okay. Next on my list is Angie. Hi, Angie. Can you please get your insight into me and Sam? In the past, you've said some nice things about him. I am still seeing nice things. I'm seeing us getting engaged. However, he has stepped back to assess our relationship. I'm actually seeing Princess Catherine with you, Angie. He's stepping back to see if it's going to be a viable relationship. So watch yourself. Don't go out and do crazy, jealous type stuff. He doesn't want to see that. He wants to see a wife who's going to support him and be there when he needs it. And the other flip side of a relationship is when to leave the other person alone so they can sort things out themselves. So that's what he's doing. So as long as you say, I'm available if and when you wish to talk, I'm going to respect your space. How great is it when we don't have to be there? But you told me you were getting married. Cling, cling, cling. He wants to see if you're a Klingon or a viable wife. So I've got you some cards. The first one is the Queen of Wands. Now, this is you. Go research the Queen of Wands, Angie. Queen of Wands. And the Love Dove card says, love knows there is always enough love to go around. There is always enough love to go around. That's a Phil Collins song, by the way. So let me just put those two together so you can read those. Okay? Love knows there is always enough love to go around. And how do we prove it when we love somebody? When we leave them alone to do what they want. Okay? Okay. So the next one up is Jennifer Montague. Jennifer, it was so nice to see you enjoying yourself on the beach the other day, and I hope the week has been good for you. May I please have a card? Oh, thank you so much. Whenever I do a live, I don't expect anyone to watch it. But so when people do watch it, I think it's almost like me just doing diary entries. It is. It's just like me just doing a diary entry, So please understand, guys, when I do my lives, I'm just trying to share what I'm trying to become as well. Okay? So Jennifer Montague, you got a Major Arcana number 20, the Judgment card. Who's judging who, or is it you judging yourself? So please go check out what the Judgment card's number 20 in the Major Arcana. And your Love Dove card says, love would do small acts of kindness. Well, just yesterday, I went and hugged homeless people. Didn't cost me a cent. Okay. There you go. So love would do small acts of kindness with the Judgment card for you, Jennifer Montague. Okay. Alrighty. So now we go down to Josie Science. Okay. Josie Science says, hi, Lynda. Can you tell me if everything is okay with ICANN and LUIU for me? Thank you. Love you. And then down further, she says, actually, I don't want to talk about school here. I think it's personal. I'll email you separately. It's not fair to me. Thank you so much for saying that. But then she keeps going on and says, I have a good friend. I'm like her, and I saw her going about her work, and I was just like I know how she feels. It's like no one understands me, and I made it. It's the others listening. It's not you, Linda, it's the others listening. Okay, well, email me, Josie. Okay. I'll probably get into my emails tomorrow because I've got a big day this afternoon. Okay. So, Josie, I've got you some cards. Yours is the star. Please go research what the star means for you. Look it up on Google. Okay. And you've also got a love dove card, and it says love would take care of a friend in need. So guess what? You just mentioned the friend that you were talking about. So how good is it that we got that card with that? Okay. Wow. So Josie Science, I will look for your email tomorrow, darling girl. Okay, James Holland, I will call out your cards as soon as when I get down. I've actually made the comment today. I like doing that comment because everyone up to my comment gets the love dove cards. I call them love doves because it's got the lovey-dovey card on the front. And every card starts with the word love, okay? So James Holland, I'll pull your cards shortly when I get there. Okay, Denise White, hello, dear Linda. Well, hello, Denise. Yeah, I've got you cards. How's B? I hope they're going well. Okay, 3 of Cups is the one that I got for you, darling girl. 3 of Cups. And love would plant a garden of flowers. So this is what do we want to sow in 10 years' time? What do we want to see in 5 years' time? Start sowing those plants now so we get the fruits of our dedication and our loyalty to what we put our time and effort into now, so we get the rewards for it in the years to come. Okay? So I hope that these cards mean something for you, dear darling Denise White. Okay. So they're yours. Now we go over to Caitlin. Yay, Caitlin. Hi, I'm thinking of applying for an early childhood special education credential program. I would like a card. Well, Caitlin, the answer is obviously yes, go for it. Okay. Now I'm getting told to do your love dove card first. Love, trust that all will work out for the best in the end. How good's that? I'm saying go for it. And there's the card. Love, trust that all will work out for the best in the end. And the card that I got for you is the 8 of Wands. So please go and research that one, Caitlin, and find your own little answer to that one. Okay, 8 of Wands, and everything is trust, and trust. Trust it's all coming to you, darling. Okay? Okay, so as I do it, I'm putting my cards back onto my pile because here's my cards on this pile, and I've already pulled out cards over on this side of my deck. Okay, so my next one is for Colin M. Hiya, beach girl. Sand between your toes and some seawater, and may I have a card or two, please? Well, I'm going to go back down next week. I actually want to do a video with those homeless people, and I hope it goes viral. I'm getting told to do it. I really am getting told to go down there and just put them on the mic and hear their story. As much as I'm going to cry, because I am such an empath. I don't like being an empath. You know, I'm always telling myself, slow down the energy, stop, you're not allowed to, don't come near me, get away, stop. But it still gets through anyway. Some days you just can't stop the energy. Okay, so Colin, lovely man. Oh, lovely card. You got yourself the Ace of Pentacles. Wow, what a good card for you. And Colin, your lovey-dovey card says, love would start a creative new project. So let me just put these up together so you can see them. Ace of Pentacles with love would start a creative new project. And the Ace of Pentacles. Wow. So please go and find out what that means for you, okay? Okay, so now we go over to All Things Must Pass. Hi, Linda. I just met a guy. Do you see him as a potential partner? Thank you. Sending love and light. Well, remember here, I never read for other people without their consent, right? Any psychic who does, please ask for a refund and report them as being fake, because you never read for people without consent. So instead of saying, do you see him as a potential partner, we have to twist that back to you, all things must pass. Do I see you with a potential partner? And the answer is written in the Two of Swords. Crossroads. Big decision for you, all things must pass. This is where I can see negotiations. I can see things being let go of from the past. Are you willing to give up things that you love in order to receive new ways of loving? Let's have a look at your love dove card. Love has no need to fabricate stories or tell lies. So this card is representing be honest. Be honest with yourself moving forward. Okay, so please go and research the Two of Swords. And also, love has no need to fabricate stories or tell lies. All things must pass. Okay. All right. So last one before my comment. I like how I've put my comment there because I've already pulled cards. Okay. Diana K. Hi. Hope you're still enjoying the beach. Well, I was only down there for the day. May I have a tarot card and a lovey-dovey card, which I already have for you? Any advice on starting my new job in a few weeks and letting go of the existing one? Only 2 working days left. I am hearing, thank God. So guess what, Diana? This is your key now. Look at your name. It's K. It's like key. Think of you, this is your key to let go of the past. Be appreciative of everything you've learned there. Every role that you did, every person that you met, every lunch that you had with a coworker, anything like that. Be grateful for the whole shebang of it. And then you've got to let it go. Release it and say, thank you so much that I've had the opportunity to do this, do that, do that, do that, do that, do that, and do that. And now it's time for me to allow it to pass in order for me to receive what is coming. You've got the cards. First one is the Nine of Pentacles. This lady reminds me of Shrek when she's getting the birds with the 2 eggs in the first film. La-da-da, la-da-da. Receiving is all this card is about for me. 9 of Pentacles. And your little love dove card says love would be thoughtful and caring. So as you make space to go into this new job, be thoughtful of the other people there. Try not to be selfish and just say, oh, I've got to learn this, I've got to do that, I. Make it about them. What can I do for you to make this job better for everybody here? Okay? All right. So I've got my cards. I need to shuffle because James Holland likes having his card done live, which I don't mind doing because he now has the whole deck of cards to get a card from. Did you notice that I've just pulled about 11 cards? So by the time I got down to Diana's card, there's the card. By the time I got down to Diana's card, there was already 10 out of the deck. But there are a lot of cards in the deck that mean the same meanings. Okay. So James, now I'm just getting you a little lovey-dovey card. One for James, please. James Holland. He lives in the UK. Lots of stuff going on in the UK now that I've seen what's happening here in Australia with our immigration. So let me just tell you what I did see yesterday. Well, I get one card out for James. I just got it. Every single homeless person I saw were of a certain dynamic. Let's go there. I'm not racist. I'm observing and explaining what I noticed yesterday. Makes me cry. Okay. Every single homeless person yesterday, they were over the age of 40, mostly female, and their skin was the same as mine. broke my heart. You know, here in Australia, our Albanese government, who I don't even know how he got elected because I don't know anyone who voted for him. I really don't know anyone who voted for him. But yesterday, I was saying to these people, I said, did you vote for Albanese? And they said, no, no one we know did either. Same with me. No one I know voted for Albanese. But the whole thing is, he's just said in the next 12 months, he's bringing in 1.1 million new immigrants. So we've already got people on the street. So now he's bringing in 1 million. We only have 27 million people. Oh, guess what I found out yesterday? 6 months ago, now this is true, it was on Google. 6 months ago, I Googled, you can do this now, right, too, if you want to do it as an example. I Googled Australian population 2020. 6 months ago, it said the Australian population was 26.6 million people. Now, when I Googled it yesterday, it says the Australian population in 2020, 25.6. They've taken 1 million people off the population that I saw 6 months ago. They've changed Google. So when I Googled yesterday, 2025, population of Australia 2025, 6 months ago when I did it, it said the Australian population was 28.8. So it went from 26.6 up to 28.8, which is 2.2 million people in 5 years. And we've had 5 million immigrants in the last 5 years. So where did 3 million people go? So that's 1 in 10. So now Google says Australian population is 25.5, 25.6, and now it's only 27. So why did they put the population down 1 million? Something's not right. Something's not fitting here with me. I know that there's some deceit going on all around the world, but why are they lowering the population for? Like 5 years ago. What is it that they're trying to cover up? We've had 5 million immigrants every year, well, 1 million a year for the last 5 years. Albanese just said he's bringing in another 1.1 this year. So when you look at projected immigration, they're saying by 2035 will be at 30 million. But how can it be that when they're bringing in 1 million immigrants a year? So where are all these people going? Interesting, isn't it? Anyway, James Holland, I hope you listen to that, because I'd like you to research what was your population in the UK. Are they hiding your numbers too to show that they're not bringing in the immigration? You know? The other day, James Cole, he messaged me on Facebook Messenger, and he said, oh, my God, we just got 800 in a day or something like that. It's 3,000 in a day, something. And I said, well, we're bringing in 1 million a year. That's like 3,000 a day are coming here. Can't imagine it. I can't imagine how many people are going to be living on the street in another 2 years here in Australia. It's disgusting. Anyway, here we go. This is for James Holland, okay? 5 of Wands, and I'm just going to write this down. 5 of Wands for James Holland. I'm writing this down just in case he wants me to text it to him. And love would go for a walk in the sunshine. Now I know he does because he has the amazing Lola and his cat Millie, off the top of my head. He's got this beautiful black and white carrot. He sent me a photo. Now, I know Jim, he doesn't mind me sharing his photos and things. Okay. So let me just have a little looky here. Got to go to Messenger. Here it is. Millie! All right, so anyone who wants to see Jim Holland's cat, I'm sorry, Jim, I'm showing your cat because I love your cat. There's Millie. Millie. She is such a gorgeous girl. I'm pretty sure James would not mind me sharing that. Okay. He goes for a walk with his dog and his cat. The cat takes a walk with them. And for him to get a card that love would go for a walk in the sunshine, well, look where he goes. He gets out into the sun. He gets, this is a lesson for all of us here, so listen up. He goes out for a walk in the sunshine, so we get our vitamin Ds. He has his animals around him. He's got the trees around him. We all could take a note here out of James Holland's book of how to get through this stuff. He lives in the UK, which is being inundated with immigrants. There are fighting, there are wars, there are riots, there are marches, there's in-house, oh my God, craziness going on in the UK at this point. If you haven't seen what's just happened to Starmer this week, he just got attacked. So the big question is, how did these people know where his ex-car was? So for people who don't know, Starmer is the UK Prime Minister. He used to own a car and he sold it. So this person, I'll just call him Person A because there was 3 of them, A, B, C. Person A has tracked down his old car and gone and put it on fire. They went to Starmer's old house where he used to live. So how the hell do they find this stuff out? Yeah. And they went and put a fire on that house. So this is a message that Starmer's getting. So they all want to know why this person, there's 3 of them, why are they involved with Starmer and why have they all got this big grudge against him? So he went into the media where they were all there, and they had one question that they could have asked, but none of them had the guts to do it. The only question I would have asked Starmer is the following. Did you know these people personally? Did he? Not one media asked it. Funny that, isn't it? How do you track down someone's old car to their present owner, get the address of where it will be, and go and set it on fire? Crazy world that we live in, isn't it? So we are now up to Next Level Soul because it's Willow as well. So let me do Next Level Souls first. Let me do some cards. So the UK's in meltdown. I can actually see this intensifying. As a psychic, this is going to intensify. There's things happening in France I'm seeing intensifying, and I'm also now seeing things here in Australia are also now going to intensify. Do you remember what I've been saying for months? There are 4 politicians around the world that we have to keep an eye on. One is Trudeau. He is now being taken over by Carney. Okay, so Carney is now the new person in Canada. So Canada is one. France with Macron is the second one. England with Starmer is the third. And Australia with Albanese is the fourth. We don't have to worry about Ukraine. We don't have to worry about Russia. We don't have to worry about the Middle East because these 3 only operate under funding from the USA. And guess what Trump has just done? Stopped all funding. So now he's up for the Peace Award. Okay? And while I keep talking, I'm just going to get some cards for Willow and Next Level Soul. So we don't have to worry about the Ukraine now because we all now know that it's all paid for from the USA. But now that Trump has stopped the US aid and the funding, these wars are going to stop in no time. So we don't have to worry about Zelensky. As soon as the money train stops, he's just going to go back to acting and doing his dance routines again. Retire with his $600 million that he's just gotten out of Biden. Sorry, but it's the truth. Go research it. Okay? And So, as I've said, Canada, France, UK, and Australia. They're the 4 that we have to watch. Now, isn't it funny? This week I just got the list of the countries who did not sign the new WHO Treaty. Okay, I like showing this stuff. I've got it here. Countries that did not sign the new WHO Treaty. I've shared it. Where is it? Oh my gosh. Where is it? It's on my page. I have an open profile. Pardon me, where is it? Did they take it down? Pardon me. Oh, here it is. Here's the countries that have not signed. Pause the screen and read. There's the countries who have not signed the WHO Treaty. Do you see on there the 4 I'm talking about? Where is Canada? Where is the United Kingdom? Where is France? And where is Australia? They signed the treaty. That's why they're not on the list of who didn't sign the treaty. So I've said those 4 countries are the 4 that we must watch. And they're the 4 globally, if you look at the positioning, UK, Canada, France, and Australia. It's a big triangle. Stay in the know, guys. Stay in the know. Okay, so here we go. Next level soul. Here's your cards. We've got the 10 of Swords. And love would open doors for others. So that's for you, next level soul. And now we go over to Willows. 3 of Cups. I like that card, 3 of Cups. Love would ask for the directions. So that one's for Willow. My voice is starting to crack out, and I'm sorry for that, guys. So that's for Willow, okay? So as I read Diana's comment, let me have a drink. Okay. So Diana K, yes, it's true. The more gracious, the more gratitude, the more thanks we give, the more energy is going to be going around this planet, okay? I don't think about what these 4 countries are doing. I think about what we can do to counteract that energy. Balance, like yin yang, up and down of energies, energy waves, yeah? Creating new, loving energy waves around the planet. So Leanne, Laene, Comoe, Quiera Saber Ingle. I do not have capacity to translate on here today. If you do want to ask me a question, please email me. My email is below, okay? On YouTube now, we can press a translate button. I can't do it while I'm live, or else all my comments will go to whatever language that is. I think it's Spanish, I'm hoping. Okay. So please email me and I can translate your email. Okay. Diana K, I want to create kindness, respect, hope, trust, and goodness. Oh, Diana K, you are so good. Josie Science, I walk and the trees were talking to me. Yes. I love it. I love it. I went by my creek. I always do. Love it. James Cole says, because he has 3 freak off friends. James, we know. Anyway, 5 of them, spam USA, etc. Thank you, honey, more than I heard. Good stuff. James Cole, I'm going to get you a card, darling man. Okay. Oh, that popped out straight away. 2, James Cole. So before I do that, I'm also going to get you a Love Dove card because you're gorgeous. We all know you're gorgeous, James Cole. Isn't it funny? I've got James Holland and James Cole. And there's also another James too. Can't remember their name off the top of my head. But sorry for that. But there's 3 Jameses, and between the 3 of you, you guys make this perfect arc of gorgeous people. I'm so privileged and honoured to have gorgeous people like you watching my show, James. So, love cries openly at sad movies. That's me. I've been crying all day thinking about those poor homeless people down the coast. What can I do for them? But there's nothing I can do for them. Nothing I can do for them. Love cries openly at sad movies. Now, James Cole, you got yourself 2 cards. The first one was the Queen of Cups. Please go research what she is all about. Stop it, he says. Oh, you're gorgeous. Queen of Cups, okay? But then secretly behind this one, so please remember, this is behind the Queen, you've got the 6 of Wands. Please go research the 6 of Wands, James, as well, and incorporate with that. And you can even go to YouTube or Google, and say, what does the Queen of Wands and Queen of Cups, and the 6 of Wands, what do they mean together? Okay, so put them both into Google together so you get that message of what they mean together. Okay? Alrighty, well, I'm out of comments. Okay, we'll do. Thank you so much, James. You know, everyone watching, I love you all so much. We have to fight this inner freaking war. What's going on? Stay in that love energy. And I think that's why for the last couple of weeks, I've really had to separate. I'd really take some time out for myself, which is necessary every now and again. Come on. I have not been on a holiday, like where I've taken like a week off and just said no more for a week. I haven't done that in years. Yesterday was the first time I've been out since I went to Penn and Teller, which was in March. No, February. So it's February, March, April, May. So that's 3 months where I just took a day out for myself and I went to the beach yesterday. So when we look at who we are and what we are to others and what we try to be for others, we must always look after ourselves first, yeah? So if I haven't replied to your emails, please be patient, okay? My daughter is going through some stuff at this point as well with uni and all her friends because they're all getting, okay? Oh, Butterfly, I'm going to give you a card. Dr. Sally Chapman, I'm going to give you a card too. So please stay on because here's I'm going to do Butterfly first. Could I get a card? So let's do a card first for Butterfly, okay? Butterfly, wherever you are, darling girl, boy, whatever you are, I don't judge, okay? You can definitely get a card. Here we go. So we must keep creating this energy of love, guys. Don't listen to the media. Don't listen to what the governments are doing. Remember the 4 governments that I'm telling you about. I watch what they do, but I don't put my energy into creating what they want me to create for them. Okay? We can't do that. And that is your card, Butterfly. 10 of Pentacles. Again, so many pentacles are coming out. Butterfly, you're gorgeous. Thank you for saying thank you to me. There's yours, 10 of Pentacles. Please go research that one. Okay? And now Dr. Sally Chaplin. Okay. Card for you, my darling. Mwah. And I give kisses to everybody, guys. You know, I loved it yesterday down the coast when I was holding those homeless people and I could feel them shaking. God, I'm going to start crying again. I was bawling, walking down Cavill Avenue, bawling my eyes out. Can I ring you in a few minutes, Dr. Sally Chaplin? Please? Yeah. Oh, there it goes. Okay. Dr. Sally Chaplin, you got a card? Oh, my God. 7 of Swords. Oh, we all know what this one represents for you. Okay. 7 of Swords. Sally? Let me just write that down. Okay. Okay. Well, guys, that's it for me today. Good, nice short one for today. Please know I'm here every Sunday morning, 9 a.m. Brisbane time. If you do want a private reading from me, please follow the description in the link below. Please like this video. Please share this video. Most of all, please subscribe so you stay up to date with my videos, okay? I will be doing more videos this week. Okay, last one coming through now is Rhonda Haynes. You've missed a few comments and to go back to live to be 100. Oh, did I miss some live? Oh, well, guys, I am going to get off here. So if I do have missed anyone, oh, I do. I have missed a few, haven't I? Damn, how did that miss out? Oh, well, guys, I actually do want to get off here. There's about 6 I've missed. Please know next week, when you see this come up, set your notifications because then I can pull you a card before I start live, and I can also throw in one of my little lovey-dovey cards as well for you, okay? Because I do sit here for about half an hour before I go live and I pull cards. So if I've missed you today, I do apologize. I'm going to get off because my daughter just got home. I don't know if you heard the door, but she just got home. So I'm going to go spend some time with her because I've got some other stuff to do today. Okay, so if you want to get something from me, please email me. Okay, Ricardo Stout, because I'm about to get off, please email me, linda@lindaray.info. My email is below in the description. I'm going to get off here now, guys, because I do have a busy day again. Please know, stay in love. Okay, and Nanu Barry, thank you so much, Barry, for being here, and I'll talk to you all next week. Please comment before I go live so you get your cards, definitely. Okay? I'll talk to you all next week. Thank you so much. Bye.